What is going on, guys? Today we're going to be replacing the gas tank in my R32 because it's all rusty, and we're also going to delete the Hicas. So here's the gas tank from an S13. I got it from my friend Jay. So the only difference as far as I'm aware is that the filler necks are different from the 32 and the S13. So we'll reuse the same filler neck, but we're going to throw this gas tank in. I'm going to see about splitting the gas tank and cleaning the inside and then putting it back together. I'm going to look into how hard that's going to be, because if it's not going to be too hard, then I might as well do that. We're going to drop the gas tank first and then delete the Hicas, because that should give us more room to do that. Oh, and I also got a CDO9 for the R32. So I don't know when this is going to get thrown in, but I'll piece the parts together, and if I have everything and I just decide, you know what, let's just do it, then we're going to do it. So no idea when this is going in. So first things first, let's jack the car up. Now we have to take the carpet out in the trunk, and we have to take our fuel pump assembly, get that disconnected from the chassis. So all we have to do is undo the two fuel hoses and unplug the fuel pump, and then we'll just drop that with the tank. So I'm emptying all the gas there because I literally filled up last night, because the car seems to act up if it's less than half a tank. And right now we're at like 3/4. So I just noticed something as I'm filling up this other gas can. If I turn the key on, see how it like stops? It's like changing pressure. Well, I know my gas light worked. So we took one strap off the tank, and now we had to take that piece off. That plastic piece goes right here, and it covers this area. We have to take out that 10mm bolt right there, and then we also have to take out the other strap right here. It's a 17, and then the tank will fall down onto the jack, and then we'll lower it. So we have our gas tank out, and they look identical, which is what the internet told me. So we just have to take this filler neck off and throw it onto there, because as you can see, they are different. This one just has like two of those little like bendy straw things, and this one looks just like a complete bendy straw. But now we have all this room to take the Hicas out, which will make things so much easier. So we're gonna clean the gas tank, but I have to go get some toilet bowl cleaner, because from what the internet is saying, people have had success cleaning rusty gas tanks with toilet bowl cleaner, so I'm gonna try that. But for now, we can start on the Hicas. We can just get everything out and then reassemble it over here. And I have to figure out how all this thing is supposed to go together. So I think right here will be a good starting point. Take this off, and then we'll try and get this pressed out. And once we get both the arms off, then we'll worry about getting the rack off. But this is supposed to be the hardest part, so I wanna see if we can get it done first and then worry about the other stuff after. So on the back of these, there is a snap ring right here that you need to take off first. So take that off, and then you can work on pressing the ball joint out. So we got this shitty Hicas ball joint out. We cut it off, and we turned out, I don't know if we even needed to. We'll try not cutting it on the other side and see if that works. But now we have to push this bushing in, and I guess you're just supposed to like push it in, but we'll find out. We'll give it a shot and we'll see what happens. So to clean the gas tank, I put this stuff. It's some toilet bowl cleaner. I saw a few videos of people using these on motorcycle gas tanks, so I figured why not try it on a car gas tank. So we're gonna let it sit actually overnight, so we'll probably install that tomorrow. And now back to this. We're having issues getting the bushing in. The Gktech video made it seem really easy, and we're having nothing but problems. So I'm gonna try and get this arm off and then work on getting that bushing out. So we got both the bushings in for both sides. They were a pain in the ass, but we ended up putting the bushings in boiling water, and we let it sit for like, it would boil, and then we let it sit for like maybe another like 30 seconds to a minute, and then we took them out and immediately greased them up and pushed them in here. And it was still a pain, but we did get them in. If you're going to do this, you need this like clamp tool thing. Go to Harbor Freight and get this tool, and that'll make life so much easier to get this thing out. And it's been a couple hours since we left the gas tank, but if you look in there, like, it got it so clean. You can see down there the bottom section is down to pretty much bare metal. So I am hyped about this. That was only a couple hours of it sitting, and we're going to finish the Hicas and then we'll see how it is then. So I also have this extra set of bushings because I didn't find the ones that came with it. I thought they didn't come with it. So I ordered these, and then after I ordered these, I found them with the other stuff. So now we have an extra one, and they're the same bushings for all three of the upper arms. So we're going to throw these in as well. So we got to boil these ones too. So now we just have to get it the same length for the Gktech Lockout kit, and then we can throw that on, and then we shouldn't have to get an alignment. So now we have our Hicas kit on, and we got everything tightened and torqued down to 60 foot-pounds. So the Hicas should be all complete. And we used the plugs that Gktech provided to cap the Hicas lines. And when you do that, you do not have to mess with the power steering pump. So it should just be deleted with the way that it is. So now we can put the gas tank in. So we emptied everything out of the gas tank, and as you can see, it got it pretty clean. It's like that throughout the whole tank, at least everywhere that we can see. So we're actually going to let this dry overnight before pouring all of our gas back in. So we're going to call it a night. We got the Hicas done. So that is awesome. I'm very, very happy about that. Here's the old rack right there. If anyone wants, I'll sell it for a good price, you know, probably like 1,200 bucks. Possibly working Hicas, 1,200 bucks, hit me up. One thing that I do want to address is these spacers and washers. I have no idea what they go for. They came with the kit. The plugs were in this bag and the spacers were not used. I genuinely have no idea what they're for. So if you have this kit and you do know what it is, comment down below. Let me know. I'm really curious because I don't know what I'm supposed to do with these. So we're calling it a night. I will see you guys in the morning. And you can see it got it down pretty clean. So I'm still just letting it dry because there was still some water in it when I came out this morning. So I'm going to let it dry for a little bit longer, but one thing that I want to do is replace the rubber fuel lines and the breather line. I want to replace these fuel lines as well as the breather line there. It's probably the same hose from 1993, and since the gas tank is out, it's so easy to access that I might as well just change it now and not have to worry about it leaking later on. I don't know what I'm going to do with this rack. I might just throw it away. I don't know who would want this. Honestly, the Hicas rack might have been working fine. It was just my bushings were so trashed that the rear end would like hop when I would turn really hard. So I don't know if that was the bushings doing that or if that was the Hicas acting up. It could have been a combination of both, but the bushings definitely needed to be replaced. And I still have to get the traction rod bushing, so I'll have to order that. I also need to get front suspension arms too because my tension rod bushings are pretty cracked. My 240 also needs those. It needs everything, but we'll do those all at once for the 240 because like I even have the subframe bushings and everything in here. So I want to get all the suspension arms for the rear, drop the subframe, get the weld-in reinforcement plates, weld those in the subframe, change all the bushings out, all the arms and everything, and then throw it back up and it'll be brand new. But I'm really excited to see how this car is going to drive with new bushings. And since I have everything except the rear lower control arms, I think I might get an alignment soon because I don't know when I'm going to get those rear control arms. Because for sure, the next purchase for the R32 is going to be a standalone ECU. From the last couple of videos where we were fixing the stuttering issue, and I replaced the MAF and that fixed it for a little bit, and then it started doing it again. I actually tried using the other ECU and it seemed to fix it for a little bit, but then it started doing it again. I'm hoping that it's either the fuel tank or it's the LS2 coil packs, and if it's the LS2 coil packs, then the only way to solve that is get a standalone and tune it and then get everything set up for that. But anyways, I will be replacing these hoses now. The gas tank is installed. We got our fuel pump back in. Everything's plugged in. We are good to go. So we'll lower the car and then we'll fill the car up and then I'll put the trunk back together and then we'll go for a drive and see how everything feels. Okay, so we put some of the gas back in. So I want to start the car up and make sure that it's gonna run. Oh, the fuel pump is on. Let's pop the hood. We have fuel pressure. So that's good. So now we're going to start her up and make sure that she's running good. We definitely need to put more gas in. We already got this 2-gallon in and we're about like halfway on this. So we'll keep going with this one. Then we'll probably just go to a gas station and get a full tank. All right, car's ready to go. Let's go for a drive and get some gas. So we got to half a tank, so we're just gonna fill it up and we're gonna see how the car feels. I don't think I mentioned it, but with this kit, you don't have to cut the wire for the Hicas to where the Hicas light won't come on. it just won't come on. So we filled her up. Just driving around, the car feels pretty good. It hasn't acted up yet. So there's still a chance that it could, because last time it waited like a week before it decided to act up. But you know, so far so good. So hopefully we're all fixed. I'm really shocked at how well the toilet bowl cleaner worked on the gas tank. I mean, it makes sense. Like, it does the same thing just for a toilet, but it worked really well. So I'm really hoping that everything's good. And I bought a fuel filter, but I accidentally left it in Frank's car. And so the next time I see him, I will get that from him. But we do have a brand new fuel filter in already. I was just gonna replace it just cause. And it feels like the car is like kind of towed in a little bit on the rear. It feels like it's dragging a little bit. So it might need an alignment sooner than I expected, but that's not a big deal. We'll just find a place to do it and then we'll get it done. So that is going to be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Huge thank you to Frank for helping me out. This was definitely a two-man job. So remember to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and then hit that subscribe button. See you guys next time. Peace.